This is what was said between Putin and Trump, and the order was given directly by the Russian president, President Putin, Russia's condition and what the Kremlin announced. This was what was said between them in today's telephone conversation. The Kremlin has published a text regarding what was said in the phone conversation between Trump and Putin. Among other things, the Russian president ordered the Russian military to implement Trump's proposal that both sides refrain from attacks on energy infrastructure facilities for 30 days, while in order to completely resolve the issue, he requested the cessation of military aid from the West. I read exactly what was said in the text from the official Kremlin website is this: the telephone conversation took place between Vladimir Putin and U.S. President Donald Trump. The leaders continued to detail and frank exchange of views on the situation around Ukraine. Vladimir Putin expressed his gratitude to Donald Trump for his desire to help achieve the noble goal of ending hostilities and human losses. Having confirmed his fundamental commitment to a peaceful resolution of the conflict, the Russian president stated that he was ready to work with his American partners to thoroughly explore possible ways to achieve a settlement that should be comprehensive, sustainable, and long-term, and of course to take into account the absolute need to eliminate the root cause of the crisis, Russia's legitimate security interests. In the context of the U.S. president's initiative to introduce the 30-day ceasefire, the Russian side has outlined a number of important points regarding ensuring effective control of a possible ceasefire along the entire front line, the need to stop the forced mobilization in Ukraine and the rearmament of the Ukrainian armed forces, serious risks associated with the inability to negotiate by the Kiev regime, which had repeatedly sabotaged and violated the agreements reached, were also noted. Attention is drawn to the barbaric terrorist crimes committed by Ukrainian militants against civilian population in the Kursk region. It was emphasized the main condition for preventing the escalation of the conflict, attempting to resolve it through political and diplomatic means, should be the complete cessation of foreign military assistance and the provision of information to Kiev. In connection with Donald Trump's recent appeal to save the lives of Ukrainian soldiers surrounding the Kursk region, Putin confirmed that the Russian side is ready to be guided by humanitarian considerations, and in the event of their surrender, guarantees the life and dignified treatment of soldiers of the Ukrainian armed forces in accordance with Russian laws and international law. During the conversation, Donald Trump made a proposal to the parties of the conflict to mutually refrain from attacks on energy infrastructure facilities for 30 days. Putin responded positively to this initiative and immediately gave the Russian military the corresponding order. The Russian president also responded constructively to Donald Trump's idea to implement a well-known initiative on the safety of shipping in the Black Sea. It was agreed to start negotiations to further work out specific details of such an agreement. Vladimir Putin reported that on March 19, an exchange of prisoners, that's tomorrow, would take place between Russia and Ukrainian sides, 175 people for 175 people. In addition, as a gesture of goodwill, 23 seriously wounded Ukrainian servicemen who were being treated in Russian medical institutions would be transferred. The leaders confirmed their intention to continue efforts to achieve a Ukrainian settlement in a bilateral manner, including taking into account the aforementioned proposals of the U.S. president. For this purpose, expert groups of Russia and America are being created. Vladimir Putin, Donald Trump also touched upon other issues of the international agenda, including the situation in the Middle East and the Red Sea region. Joint efforts will be made to stabilize the situation in crisis areas and establish cooperation on issues of non-proliferation of nuclear weapons and global security. This in turn will contribute to improving the overall atmosphere of Russian-American relations. One of the positive examples is the unanimous vote in the UN on the resolution of the Ukrainian conflict. Mutual interest was expressed in the normalizing of bilateral relations in the light of Russia's special reconciliation and the United States to ensure security and stability in the world. So in this context, a wide range of areas in which our countries could establish cooperation was considered. Various ideas were discussed that moved towards the development of mutually beneficial cooperation in the field of economy and energy. Donald Trump supported Vladimir Putin's idea to organize hockey matches in the US and Russia between Russia and American players playing in the NHL and KHL. The presidents agreed to stay in touch on all issues raised. Now we'll see what Ukraine has to say about this. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.